Simon Goldsmith through ABT fishing tournaments, and we are on the eve of the 2016 Barra Tour. And the Barra Tour this year is brought to you by Xeric Lures. I'm here with Dicko from Wilson's. Dicko, we've got an assortment of great products here, perfect for the Barra Tour. Let's start with the rod. What do we have here?
Mate, this rod here is one of our new rods. It's the Swimbait Rod in the Venom stable. So it's designed for throwing those really big, like, you know, your big, massive big plastics, and also your big swim baits. You know, like there's a lot of big swim baits and that coming onto the market at the moment. But
now, when I was looking at the rod before, it'll throw lures up to 140 grams. We're talking big lures.
Big lures. So, well, our main design was around that big 9-inch flat shad. You know, it'll absolutely cast that a mile. You know, there's no holding back. There's no lobbing it in it. You can cast it in there, crank it out. That's what it was built for doing.
Now, most of the Swimbait rods that we've had available have been largemouth rods that have come from the States and Japan. This was tailor-made for Aussie species.
Yeah, mate, we totally made this from scratch here in Brisbane here. So, mate, no American influence on this one.
And you'll be launching some big baits with us on the Barra Tour. And of course, you're coming to fish.
Yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, I've modified a few of these big 9-inch flat shads. So this is what I'm going to be throwing it on.
So this is the missile launcher. What are some of the missiles? What are some of the baits that we have in front of us?
Mate, we've also got a couple of new lures that we've launched this year, which is the Barra X Pro. So it is a model that we have done before, but we've redone it. We've improved it. So we put a good cast system in it. We've added an extra size and a better colour range. So
now, anglers on the Barra Tour are going to be the first people to get their hands on these. The second events, we're going to have these available.
Yep, so we got these available just as we start the Barra Tour. These are going to be shipped up to us up at the Barra Tour.
So what length do we have here?
So that's a 170 mil. So we got a 170, a 120 and a 100 mil.
And flotation and the action, how does it work?
So they give you that nice big wobble, you know, like your traditional Barra wobble. They got they got a really, like, another unique thing about them is the cast system in them is you can absolutely belt them out a mile. So if you're on those points at, say, Peter Faust, and you want to work right along the edge of that, you can belt that out a mile. You're going to cover so much more ground with that lure.
So round 2 of the Barra Tour, we'll have some of those available for the anglers. Tango shads, a very popular lure. Run us through these.
So that's the new little Tango shads. We did 2 sizes. We did a 69 and an 89 mil version.
89.
So they come in floating and suspending. So where these things are going to come into their own is when the fish aren't switched onto those bigger baits, and you're still fishing that weed edge and things like that, where you want to just crank it down there and just let it sit there. You know, like it's the suspending models. Mate, these things are going to, and the same with along the top of the trees and things like that, where you don't want that bait, you want it to sit there in their face. So
the term that we heard before was elephants like to eat peanuts. These are a great peanut.
That's it. Yeah, that's the go with them ones. And then the another new one that we brought out this year was the Speed Donkey.
Now, I first saw this at the trade show back in June, and I thought it was an awesome name. How did it come about?
Mate, well, everyone refers to when they catch a big fish
as a donkey.
So we thought, well, we wanted something that we control really fast, and we chase mackerel and barra, especially down the middle of the rivers and that up the Northern Territory. So the whole idea was something that could control fast. So Speed Donkey just stuck. So
now this comes in quite a few different colours. How many do we have in the range?
I think there's 15 colours to choose from.
Wow.
So because it's a blue water style lure, but it works so well on the Barra, we put some Barra colours in there. We put a lot of blue water colours in there as well.
All right, so they're our hard baits.
Yep.
What are the soft baits that we have?
So then we got the flat shads. So we got the traditional 7-inch flat shad, 9-inch. There's a 5-inch, 4.5, and a 3.5-inch one. So they all come pre-rigged as a weedless presentation, and you'll see they got a unique slot system in them. So when the actual fish grab them, they actually collapse really easy, so you get that hook set. So
which can be a problem with some of the tube baits, as they don't want to collapse and get that hook penetration.
Yeah. So there was a lot of work went into this, with a lot of trial and that went into it. So the hookup rate on them is really good with that system.
So what's your go-to colour for the Barra?
Mate, that colour there has been working quite well, but the whites and the greens, so that green works quite well. Mate, I think it's just I'll have every colour there, so I'm going to be trying everyone. You know, it's like fishing.
Yep.
Fishing. You know,
Yep.
sometimes they get switched on to one particular colour, but yeah, I always start with a natural sort of a colour. So. And
take it from there. Now, soft vibes have been quite effective on the Barra Tour for the last few years.
Yeah.
That fits that bill perfectly.
Yeah, so this is the Xeric fish trap. This is in the 110mm one. So we've made these a little bit heavier than what all our opposition have done. So this one comes in at 30 grams.
Yep.
So that's the 110mm one. We've got a 95mm one that comes in around at 23 grams.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we have a 65mm one that comes in at, I think, 10 grams. So, but no, there's the fish trap on especially in Peter Faust. This thing's been going quite well. Either burning it across the top of the weed or hopping it down on the bottom on the edge of those weedy drop-offs.
So when it gets hard at Faust and they don't want to eat one of these big guys, that could be the ticket.
Yeah.
Now we talked about the Swimbait rod. I noticed we've got a few additional rods on the side.
Mate, we have pretty much. You see the selection of lures we've got here. We've got different sizes. We've got down from 69mm right through to 170mm lures. So you pretty much need a rod
for all those different
lures. So, for instance, if I was going to be throwing the little Tango shad, I'd be using the little 5'9", 6 kilo venom bait caster. You know, cork grips, nice feel, nice and light, and just you got that nice action out of it. So to work those little lures works perfectly.
So the perfect tool for the job to work this guy.
And the same with this rod with the smaller flat shads and things like that, like your 5-inch flat shads and your 4.5-inch flat shads. That rod would be perfect for that. And then we've got so every single rod that we've got here actually nearly marries back over to a spin version.
Yep.
So if people like to use a bait caster or they like to use a spin, every single rod pretty much matches over to a spin or a bait caster, which is
a complete system.
Yeah, and it goes from 5'9" in the venom range right through to 7'11" sort of thing with the big crankbait, the Swimbait rod.
So you've got it covered from the very small to the very big.
Yep.
Now you are fishing the Barra Tour this year, and you're fishing with Peter Price, a man who's recently retired. Who's spending a lot of time on the water.
Yeah, mate. I'm looking forward to fishing with Pricey up there. I think it's going to be a really good. I think we're going to have a good time whether we catch fish or not.
You always have a good time on the Barra Tour.
Yep.
Now, if the folks want to learn more, there's a website they can go to.
Mate, if you want to learn more about this gear, go to wilsonfishing.com. So it's pretty simple. We've got a really good website going there now. Boothy's in charge of that one, so it's getting updated all the time.
So there you are, folks. If you want to know more about all these products, that's the place to go to. The Barra Tour gets underway very soon, and you can keep up to date on abt.org.au and, of course, through all our social media channels.